Booming showers and thunderstorms on the move across central and eastern Kentucky. I'm putting a track on them just ahead.
Supporters of the Rowan County clerk who demanded her release from jail are now demanding her deputy clerks be fired.
It took about 4 agencies and 2 days to just catch one monkey. Coming up, we'll tell you how they finally caught the wanted fugitive.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
We continue to track the investigation into a violent attack on a busy road in downtown Richmond.
It happened just this afternoon on Irvin Street near Madison Avenue. A woman told witnesses she was grabbed by 2 men and was cut in the neck while fighting to get away. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is live in Richmond with the breaking details. Garrett?
Now, in the last hour, I have spoken with Richmond police, and the crime scene tape is gone here from North Madison Avenue in front of Madison Towers and Madison Avenue apartments. But I'm told detectives are still working to figure out just what exactly happened out here today. Police say it happened around 12:15 when neighbors found a woman out on the sidewalk here who was bleeding. One man says he stopped her to see if she was okay and saw that she was cut on the neck and both arms. According to police, 2 men in a car had tried to grab the woman and drag her into their car, and in her struggle to get away, they cut her. One witness who found the woman with his friend say they did what they could until help arrived.
We was leaving. I was going to run him over to the store, and whenever we walked out, he was the one noticed her, and I was like, what's going on? And then I looked down, seen all the blood and stuff, and realized, you know, she'd been cut up. And that's when he called 911.
Police say the woman was taken to UK Hospital with what they call serious injuries. They say at this time they do not have any sort of description of the men that they believe did this to her. Live in Richmond, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Garrett, thank you. We have showers and storms moving across the area this afternoon.
And that rain will bring us much cooler temperatures. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's been telling us this was coming, and it's arrived.
It is arriving. First things first, the rainy part of the pattern change, and the rains are coming down at a pretty good clip out there, and some of the storms on Defender are even on the strong side. A lot of thunder and lightning to the southeast of the Lexington area. Get south of Moorhead, West Liberty, down the Mountain Parkway. Showers and storms here really kicking up their heels. Some gusty winds. Watch out for some quick rises on creeks and streams as well. Those showers and storms extend farther to the west and southwest we go into parts of Estill County. Look at the rain from Berea up into Richmond. Richmond, the rain's really now beginning to ramp up a little bit. Lexington, almost an inch of rain on the day. More getting ready to pull on into town from the southwest. Those showers and thunderstorms from Richmond toward Lancaster and Danville beginning to pick up a little steam right now. Moderate rains, London, Corbin down to Williamsburg. Most areas picking up beneficial rains, and watching that southwestern sky for additional showers and storms. Whatever pops to our southwest will roll on into town. Watch the future radar as we go through the evening. Thunderstorms work in, a little bit of a break in the action then late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Nice little swath of rain that begins to pop ahead of a cold front, guys. That front is right on top of the area as we go into the day tomorrow. That's going to provide some more in the way of those showers and storms. Then we'll track the chill for the weekend just ahead.
Kim Davis is out of jail, but the Rowan County clerk did not return to work today.
Instead, she spent time at home reading letters of support she's received from all around the country. Protesters also returned to the Rowan County Courthouse to demand Davis's deputies stop issuing marriage licenses. As WKYT's Victor Puente shows us, at least one deputy says he will not stop even if Davis tells him to.
The people who demanded Kim Davis be released are now demanding her deputy clerks be fired. She wasn't here today, but her supporters were. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis was released from the Carter County Detention Center yesterday, but her attorneys say she won't be back to work until Monday. The people supporting her lined up outside of the courthouse before the doors opened.
We are calling today for the immediate firing of the deputies in this building that are breaking Kentucky law.
This morning, a rider from San Francisco and his now husband dropped off their finalized paperwork. He said they came to Moorhead to be married and to see how they'd be treated.
The way that it's been portrayed in the media has been very different than what the town is actually like.
Schraber said he was at yesterday's rally in Grayson, which took place after Davis had been released.
I'm just really sad for all the people who were there being supportive.
After handing in his finalized license, Schraber had a question for Deputy Clerk Brian Mason.
Brian, is it true that you told reporters that if Kim Davis came back and told you not to issue marriage licenses, you still would? Excellent. Thank you.
Davis's attorneys said once she returns to work, her conscience won't allow her to put her name on same-sex marriage licenses. In that order releasing her, Judge David Bunning also ordered that Davis should not interfere with her deputies who are issuing those licenses. In Rowan County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
The Rowan County attorney had referred charges of official misconduct against Davis to Attorney General Jack Conway. Today, Conway's office said they weren't pursuing those at this time because a federal court has control of the matter.
An unusual fugitive is back in custody this afternoon. A monkey somehow got loose in Bath County and managed to elude authorities for 2 days. WKYT's Mark Barber shows us how the primate was finally caught.
Don't be fooled. The calm monkey relaxing in a tree is the same elusive fugitive that has been on the run since Monday. 4 agencies have tried to capture the lone macaque, but he slipped through the fingers of deputies, state police, Fish and Wildlife, and animal control. Even those who live off of Old State Road in Bath County have tried to catch him.
My dog got out of the fence and chased it, and it ran over and got in a fella's car that was out here. And it went back up the tree.
Investigators think the monkey was brought into the state illegally, but they don't know who owns him. One of the neighbors who tried to catch the monkey says the owners live nearby, and they told her that they were cleaning out its cage on Monday when it escaped.
I mean, who would have ever thought about a monkey being loose in Bath County, you know?
Macaques are native to Asia, but this one made himself right at home on the edge of the Daniel Boone National Forest. Now his new home is the Primate Rescue Center in Nicholasville. He was taken there after Fish and Wildlife tranquilized him this morning.
It is the craziest thing I've seen.
Officials at the Primate Rescue Center say first, they will work to make sure that the monkey is healthy. They say next, they will try to figure out what the markings on his chest are from. We're told it appears as if the monkey has a tattoo on his chest. In Bath County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Now, the Primate Rescue Center says those markings that Mark was talking about on the monkey's chest indicate he spent time in a breeding colony or maybe a research lab. We wanted to know more about what's legal and what's not in this state when it comes to this kind of animal. Possession of nearly all exotic wildlife is banned in Kentucky to the general public. On its website, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife lists more than 50 prohibited species, including bears, crocodiles, elephants, and rhinos. Alpacas, camels, and llamas are all legal in Kentucky and don't require a permit. You can find a link to the list on WKYT.com.
We are learning new information about the murder of a University of Kentucky graduate who was working as a dentist in Dallas. Newly released court documents show a love triangle might have led to the murder of Dr. Kendra Hatcher last week. Jennifer Palumbo is at the live desk with information that is new at 5. Jennifer?
Amber, Dallas police have made 1 arrest, and they now appear to be focusing on a dental hygienist who used to date the boyfriend of Kendra Hatcher. The 35-year-old graduate of UK's dental school was shot to death in the parking garage of her apartment building. We've learned police have searched the ex-girlfriend's apartment and took a computer. They aren't releasing her name. Documents show investigators believe the 33-year-old woman might have orchestrated the killing of Kendra Hatcher in the garage of her apartment complex. Surveillance video from the garage showed a Jeep believed to be the getaway car. Police say Crystal Cortez is seen driving it, and she told police that the ex-girlfriend paid her $500 to drive a man to rob Hatcher. The only one arrested so far is 23-year-old Crystal Cortez. She's charged with capital murder. Investigators say Cortez watched as the man shot and robbed Hatcher before the two took off in the Jeep. Cortez also told police the ex-girlfriend used an iPhone to track Hatcher's movements before her murder. And while police have not charged the ex-girlfriend, they have interviewed her and took a computer. Documents also show earlier this year the woman ended a 2-year relationship with Hatcher's current boyfriend. At the live desk, Jennifer Palumbo, WKYT.
Jennifer, thank you. We have also learned that several hours after Cortez's arrest, police arrested the ex-girlfriend on a traffic warrant and later released her.
A jury is hearing closing arguments in a Casey County murder trial. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Warren County, where the trial for Bobby Rigdon is taking place. Rigdon is charged with the murder of Gleason Piles outside Tartar Gate Company 3 years ago. The Bowling Green Daily News reports the jury will begin deliberating once closing arguments wrap up. Another man, David Salyers, is serving a 20-year for complicity in the case. A baby found unresponsive in a Barron County home has died. The 7-week-old girl was pronounced dead at Corsair Children's Hospital in Louisville yesterday. Police say the baby was in a home that had black mold and marijuana. Police arrested Chad Lewis and charged him with endangering the welfare of a minor. He also faces drug charges. Police have not said what his relationship is to that child. And in Lincoln County, an officer will soon learn his fate with the police department. The mayor of Stanford says he's decided whether Travis Richardson can keep his job. State police say Richardson was speeding when he hit and killed Howard Robbins on US 150 back in January. The mayor's decision will be released later this week.
It is the first order of business in Congress, and the agreement to curb Iran's nuclear program is front and center on the campaign trail, too.
Craig Boswell shows us which presidential candidate supports it and which ones don't.
Patriots.
Right now, we're taking action.
And superheroes alike.
God and country. Nothing else matters.
Joined hundreds of people on the Capitol Hill lawn to protest the Iran nuclear deal. The rally was held just steps away from where Congress is debating the agreement.
It is my hope and prayer that every one of those Senate Democrats reconsiders.
GOP presidential candidates Ted Cruz and Donald Trump joined forces and attended the rally.
Never, ever, ever in my life have I seen any transaction so incompetently negotiated as our deal with Iran.
A stage full of conservative star power drew an enthusiastic crowd hoping to change some lawmakers' minds.
So Congress, you gotta kill the deal. The president is playing you, Congress.
Not too far away, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says she battled through an allergy attack to show support for the deal.
Republican histamines are everywhere.
She acknowledged the agreement isn't perfect, but says going forward, it's the best way to keep Iran from getting a nuclear weapon.
You remember President Reagan's line about the Soviets, trust but verify. My approach will be distrust and verify.
A vote on the plan could come by the end of the week. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
One man was arrested during the event as he tried to approach the stage while Sarah Palin was talking.
An apology today from Hillary Clinton over her use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State. Just 24 hours earlier, Clinton refused to apologize for using the server, telling the Associated Press the State Department allowed it. A new poll shows her support among Democrats has fallen 10% as she pursues the party's nomination for president. The U.S. is prepared to take in 5,000 extra refugees next year. Hundreds of thousands have been fleeing the Middle East and Africa for Europe. Sources close to Secretary of State John Kerry told the Associated Press the U.S. will boost their number from 70,000 to 75,000. After the meeting, Kerry said the U.S. would increase how many it would take, but wouldn't give a specific number.
A dramatic, frightening situation at the Las Vegas airport after a plane caught fire. The fire started moments before the British Airways flight tried to take off for London. More than a dozen people were injured because they had to slide from the emergency exits to safety.
It was scary. You know, we didn't know whether the thing was going to explode or what. It was mass hysteria.
The NTSB and the FAA are in Las Vegas investigating exactly what caused the fire. Teddy bears are wanted by the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. Here's why. Deputies give the teddy bears to children involved in accidents or who witness crimes like domestic violence. And they tell us they've seen firsthand the difference a teddy bear can make in a traumatizing situation.
A domestic violence case in the southern end of the county where officers went to the scene, a 2-year-old child crying uncontrollably. We were arresting one parent, the other parent was still there. The teddy bear caused the child to quit crying, and it was something for it to cuddle and hold on to.
And deputies sometimes go out and spend their own money on teddy bears. The campaign starts October 1st, and teddy bears can be dropped off at Martin Insurance in London.
Now for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. A recall alert for parents who bought their baby's crib mattress at IKEA. The company is recalling its Visa Spellavink baby crib mattress. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says there's a risk of flammability. Some of the mattresses date back to the year 2000. If you bought one recently, IKEA will refund your purchase. It is estimated fewer than half of all U.S. adults get enough physical activity. As Weijia Zhang shows us, the U.S. Surgeon General says individual communities can play a role in helping people get more exercise.
27-year-old Travis Graves walks to work every day. He relishes the 45-minute commute.
Just that little bit of exercise is all it takes, and it just makes you feel so much better.
It's a routine that the U.S. Surgeon General wants everyone to try. On Wednesday, Dr. Vivek Murthy launched Step It Up in Washington, D.C., a national campaign to promote walking, what he calls a powerful tool to prevent chronic health problems.
The science tells us that 22 minutes of brisk walking or moderate physical activity can get you these health benefits of reduced risk of heart disease and diabetes.
The Surgeon General also wants to make it easier for people to walk around their communities. 30% of neighborhoods in the U.S. don't have sidewalks, especially in low-income areas.
In large part because they have less street lighting, fewer crosswalks, fewer traffic calming measures, and that the Department of Transportation Safety is our #1 priority. And we're taking a number of steps.
Federal agencies and city planners are creating more safe places to walk, hoping more Americans will follow in Graves' footsteps. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, Washington.
If you are looking for some tunes while you walk, the Surgeon General has created a walking playlist on Pandora. Google can bring you movies, book your vacation, and manage your email. Why not let the company bring you your groceries as well? The online giant will start testing a delivery service, bringing you fresh food and groceries later this year. The trial will take place in 2 cities. Whole Foods and Costco will be among Google's partners for the new service.